Hey guys, thanks for tuning in this week to Mariel's Realistic Real Estate Advice. I'm Mariel with Fathom Realty. Today I'm going to be talking about a document that is usually used in conjunction with a third-party financing addendum, and it is the addendum concerning the right to terminate due to lender's appraisal. We're just going to be discussing what it is, what it covers, and why it's important for the buying and the selling side. So let's talk about the selling side first. This document you may see on an offer from a buyer, and it is an important document, especially if you are in a hot market and homes are selling above list price. One of the biggest hurdles in a transaction is making sure that the house appraises for the offer price, right? And this is a concern for the buying and the selling side because on the buying side, no one wants to pay more than what the house is worth. And on the selling side, you want to make sure that the transaction goes through smoothly. So for the seller, if you see this document, just be made aware that this is a safety net for the buyers. In case the appraisal comes back lower than the asking price, a few things that you should expect is that it gives the buyer a way to terminate the contract and walk away. More than likely they will lose their earnest money and their option money that they've offered you, the seller, right at the beginning of the transaction. But it does give them the way to walk out of the contract because at that point they will not be able to, the lender is not going to be able to give them the full amount that they need for their loan. So if they are unwilling to pay the difference between the asking offer price and the appraisal, then either they can walk away or they can decide to ask for a lower offer price altogether. And it's up to you as the seller to accept that moving forward. So on the buying side, this it's pretty important to add this to a contract depending on how comfortable you are with your numbers. If there's any sort of wiggle room after you have discussed about your closing costs and down payments and all the fees and payments that go in throughout the transaction, like your inspection, your appraisal, the survey, and things like that. So this document is allowing you, the buyer, a little bit of protection. So when the appraisal comes in, and for some reason, if it comes in lower than your offer amount, you have a couple of options. This document is allowing you to make the decision if you'd like to pay for the difference between your offer price and the appraisal up front. That's out of your pocket. If you really want the house and you can financially afford it, you can go ahead through the purchase of the home. If you decide to offer the seller a lower offer price altogether, you can use the appraisal as a fair market value price and say, hey, this is what we're willing to pay at the end of the day. The seller can say yes or no. But overall, this document allows you to terminate and walk out of the contract. You may lose your option money and your earnest money, but overall it does give you legal protection from the seller exercising specific performance and wanting you to move forward with the transaction. So if you do not have the financial wiggle room to pay that difference out of pocket and you're really depending on that loan amount in that appraisal, then this gives you that leverage to walk away and to be able to look for another home. So guys, that is it. I just wanted to clarify what this document is for and why it's important on the buying and the selling side. If you have any questions, please let me know. If there's another document or just another topic that you'd like me to discuss, let me know. My information's on my profile. I'd love to hear from you guys and add some more topics to my list. I hope that this information is always helpful. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you guys next week.